Early the next morning, Bob and I took off for the eastern entrance of Big Bend Park. We wanted to wait till the last minute to get fuel because the park itself has very few fueling stops. We hoped to fuel up in the town of Marathon on the way, but got a little anxious as we entered town. We eventually found a station and filled up and headed down the highway towards Big Bend. I wanted to make one stop, though, on the way. I had read about Haley Stillwell, and since the ranch was only 6 miles down a ranch road, I couldn't let it pass. Haley came to this ranch in the early 1900s. Around the time of the Mexican Revolution, when she married Roy Stillwell, who abandoned his ranch in Mexico and moved here. It's kind of a laid-back operation. You pick up a key at the store and let yourself into the museum. Once inside, you're greeted by a painting of Haley herself. She ran this ranch for many, many years after Roy died. Here we have the original kitchen in the cabin and a Sears catalog from that era. This is the pistol her father gave her when she was teaching school in Presidio, kind of a dangerous place. Some of her neighbors in Presidio, and these guys made it across every once in a while. We soon got on the road again and headed down to Big Bend. At the entrance in the middle of nowhere, we ran into a motorcyclist on a KLR from Roswell. A few miles down the road, we come to a junction called Panther Junction, and across the road there you can see the headquarters for the park. We didn't stop. We wanted to head over to the Chisos Mountains. On the way, we came across one of the oddities in the mountains, as you can see here. But the Chisos were our real objective. Soon we'd be there. The Chisos are located near the southern part of the park, a very mountainous area. This is what we're after. There's wide open spaces leading up to the mountains. A 45-mile-an-hour speed limit, though, was hard to keep. However, it's pretty well patrolled, so you have to watch yourself. The terrain gets a little more rugged as we get closer to the mountains, but it doesn't hold a candle to what we'll see a few more miles up the road. We came across some unusual warning signs. Apparently this is bear and panther country. This is a constant uphill climb with occasional sharp turns. The scenery is magnificent. The video doesn't do it justice at all. Area where the lodge and campgrounds are located. While the roads are deserted out here, I know that there'll be lots more people when we get up there. So we had a decision to make. Go down to the campground or head on back down. We decided to hang a U-turn and catch the views on the way down. They do look different from the other direction. It would be hard to match the grandeur that you see here. The scale is tremendous. Some of the turns along the way are 90-degree, and any vehicle more than 20 feet long is restricted. Not allowed up here. You can see why as we make our way down the mountain. The road here, like the one up to Fort Davis and McDonald Observatory, is the same rough material that leaves a deposit in the middle. And I think you'll see the rear end slide out a little bit here once in a while. I really do like this area. I could easily spend a month here wandering around the back roads, picking up the history of the area, as well as seeing all the sights.